Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
They're not ready for this.
Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Wide, get wide. One, later one. Shit.
To throw his car. Caught right side, Gresham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Get down, get down.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Down. 180.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the backer.
Later 1.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Check 4, check 4.
Check. Check hot route.
Hop it down.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Throwing on second and 8. Carr. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Down. 280.
Mike 54. They can't hang with us. Check, 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 check.
Caught left side, Williams. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check 50, check 50.
Lie down. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. And 734.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The 37-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, watch that.
Now on second and 13. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Carr now on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And Antonio Brown yet to get back on his feet. Apparently shaking up that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Check 37.
Now Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr will come up here with a first and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Alert 3. Alert down. Big gas.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Cousins now from the 50. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's well. When he came out of UCLA, he'd played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
Check 9. 734. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd and 12, Carr over the middle. He's got Tyrell Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
29.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on third down?
They come out here in the eye. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Now this time Carl throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Express! 55! Time to go, night! Mike, 55! Right there in the middle.
Throwing now is Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't.
It got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. He's checking, he's checking.
To throw again, Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Carr again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Carr will try it again on second down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. 93.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Line 52.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jermaine Gresham in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-17. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Final play of the half. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
Touchdown.
Ryan Grant, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for two.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You got it. You got it.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now after the INT, it's Carr on the move to his left. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You want it, eh?
Shit.
Tighten up.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a carry for Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mike down. 180.
Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Shotgun now for Carr. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Watch twitch.
White Monday down. 93.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a one-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. From the 39, Cousins. Pass incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, it's Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On second down and 4. Carr. They set up the screen to Martin. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 3, 25, check 25.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3.
Check 3. Check 55 to mine. Later 1. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Set.
To throw, it's Carr. And it's caught. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins now. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Recon, 137.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They run. Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 43 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Cook. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Cousins to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Gun.
Here's Cousins. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
To throw is Carr. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 54. Express. Smooth.
Back to throw. Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the carry, it's Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And he finds Cook. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Gun. Motion.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, Ken.
Here we go.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Wide.
Action!
Check safety, check safety.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So that'll back them up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the backer.
Lucky 48. Go ahead.
Check 4, check 4.
2. Where's the high?
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.